Intra-continental trade provides numerous advantages. Wider regional markets can open up more opportunities for African producers and consumers beyond the sometimes small markets within their own borders. Yayrator Glover, Chief Executive Officer of Yayra Glover Ghana Limited, has for many years been an investor in the Rwandan market. He shares more.
I have been working with Rwanda for some time now. I got back to Ghana from Switzerland to start producing organic cocoa. So we have to look for pyrethrum, which is the organic insecticide that should be used. And we found that only in Rwanda. So we work with Horizon to bring that from Rwanda to treat the organic farms in Ghana. In so doing, we try to promote intra-African trade and comparative advantage. I mean, this year we've imported over $2 million worth of pyrethrum from Rwanda alone, because we really would want to curb rural-urban migration in Ghana and also in Rwanda by making it attractive, having a good market for the pyrethrum that the farmers produce. Now, what do we want to do then? We would want to go beyond the production of cocoa by producing or processing other produce that the farmers bring. The farmers normally produce plantain or potatoes, which they actually send to the chance market by the roadside. So we sincerely would want to process that into food, and then we engage in upcycling. That means that the waste from the food that we produce is going to be used for feed for the animals, like dog food and also fish feed, you know, and we also recycle also. So we actually engage in zero deforestation commodities.
Just talking about intra-regional trade as well as intra-continental trade, it still faces numerous challenges. You know, how has the experience been like just connecting West to East Africa?
It's not been very easy, but I think because of Rwanda, you know, Rwanda is trying to really promote this intra-African trade seriously. You know, and the movement of people, free movement of people within the continent is also being promoted by Rwanda. So I think what Rwanda is trying to achieve, which has helped me so much, is to trying to bring uniform standards when it comes to cross-border trade. And this is what other African countries must emulate to make it easier for all of us. You know, the standards board of all these African countries must come into an agreement that once a product is certified in each of these countries, it must be allowed in the other one. You know, the Rwanda Standards Board is doing a great job there. Till now, the pyrethrum that we import from Rwanda has always been the highest standard. You know, when you bring the goods in Ghana, they have to be tested again. And when we test them from Rwanda, we always have the top-notch quality, premium quality. So these standards must be respected across borders, so that we will not have, as importers, challenges within Africa if we import things.
What will it take for Africa to look inward and choose to just work within the continent?
Well, African businesses can only thrive if our banks will be willing to support businesses that are springing up. This is what I've been going to Rwanda for some years now, and I realized that they have incentives for, you know, companies that are surging, and we need to import technology and know-how. You know, that is what I cherish when it comes to North-South cooperation, and we have the resources, and we can also work within Africa. And once we have the, you know, interest rates actually being so cushioned, let me use that word, for the young entrepreneurs, I think Africa will come out of the quagmire. And like I said, I was in Rwanda, and I realized that everything the Rwandese is touching, they create a ripple effect. You know, auxiliary businesses are created. You know, for example, what is cocoa? When you have cocoa beans, you have to process that into liquor, butter, and cocoa derivatives. And this can be exported all over Africa, where Rwanda has got a conducive climate. I think we should be processing our organic cocoa for them to really have a kind of chocolate hub develop in Rwanda also, because they give us the pyrethrum, and then we have to process the cocoa and send it back there for that industry to thrive. I was in Mozambique. They've got the most conducive climate for chocolate, so you don't need a lot of energy, to preserve that after you have actually made the chocolate. So African banks must actually come together to understand the value chain and support it properly with interest rates that are really manageable.